welcome to a brand new episode of Yarrercast S1E4 here, and starting this week is Easter holiday. And what better way to celebrate the Easter holiday than playing games? Yes, I'm a gamer, shut up. Everyone shut up, I do a lot of gaming. Oh my gosh, this is new, I actually haven't seen this before. So this is actually one of the city projects that I've been working on for an extremely long time with my friends in Australia. I do know some friends in Australia. It's actually from one of my friends in Hong Kong, and then one of my friends in Hong Kong, he introduced me to this project, and then he left the project, so it's just, seriously, it's just really lame, okay? But like, I've been working a lot, an insane lot in this city, and there's a lot I can show you about my architecture as well as transport projects. So, without further ado, let's just see if the music would actually end. I don't know. Does it actually ever end? I hope the screen frame rate won't be too laggy. Okay, it ended. Cool. So, I'm just going to let the Minecraft music take over for now. Because, why not? Why not? So it's the start of the Easter holiday, and there's no school. Today's Monday. You can see it on the screen capture because I'm recording this in advance. There's no school and everything's chill. And I'm actually getting a bit nose runny. Oh my gosh. It's because I forgot to bring my umbrella when I got outside and it was super rainy. I'm not sick, okay? It's just that I'm a little bit runny. But, why is the Minecraft music not playing? Come on, Minecraft. I love your music. So this is spawn. This is the center of the entire place. The entire, game starts here. You spawn in here in this small building. And the elevator plugin still works. I don't know why, but this is a bit broken. You know, when it comes to plugins and all this, things get broken. And you can actually fall through like that. This is supposed to be an office building, but because we have so few players and the server is getting a little bit problematic, we rarely have anyone playing around. And the last time I played in this server was like back in February. And please don't get sticky keys on me, thank you. Windows, I love you guys. So, I actually am in charge of transport in this place. I am not exactly in charge of all the architecture, but the majority of transport as well as some scenic designs and of course some major infrastructure. Not this one. This one was here before I was even part of the server. My own design was like a triangular black stained glass box. But they decided to renovate my design. I'm pretty chill with that. It's alright. And they even have this public rest area. Unfortunately, toilets in Minecraft are underrated. And nobody knows what on earth is this supposed to be. So, if you want to see what is this area, this is actually High-Rise East. We are planning on a bit expensive, but also a bit more unique place called High-Rise with all these absolutely amazing condos and all the stuff. And High-Rise is the first station we ever built. High-Rise is part of the metro. It's the first station we ever built. And I remember I used to plot these two exits. First thing I did was to plot these exits. And I'd like to welcome you to High-Rise Metro Station. Where's the track? It's not laid yet, unfortunately. We've got a little bit technical issues with that. But our design basis is that the trains would run automatically If you want to call a train, you put the lever, and then there would be you know, those powered rail things that aren't powered, and the trains will automatically stop at your call. And then, of course, you need to like let it back so you can run. All the other trains can run through. And that's pretty much it for High Rise. It's not white at first. Initially, its design was green, terracotta green. But they decided that was the first Metro design. The second Metro design, because we actually ran through multiple admins and we had few administrative issues. The second design came along and they decided to use quartz as well as all that big white stuff, but they still kept the Grand Station arc, which I personally designed and built for. You know, I don't exactly know too much about World Edit and Fall, so I'm not that good at everything. But that's pretty much it, and this way through to the other exit. And this exit is the only exit in the entire system that is like a staircase shape, and not like anything else. Okay guys, I'm back. So this is pretty much all about High Rise. High Rise is, you know, pretty simple, all these condos. In fact, there is further plans for us to extend back out here to even more, and I actually had it all drawn on the map. I will key that in the screen right now. And technically, I've been through a lot of city planning for this city server, but most of them just don't get executed because the team unfortunately hasn't been building much things. And then this is the lake, which actually iconically you need to cross over this bridge to get to High Rise. And that's the only iconic bridge we ever have. All the other bridges aren't that exactly iconic, and we should actually have this place a little bit terrained and terraformed, you know. But this is the brand new, I call this place Lakeside. I actually named most of the places in the city area. Lakeside has its own metro station, which is actually the second metro station that we ever built. And we actually built this station after High Rise. And this station used to have like a High Rise design, because currently this version is known as the third style of the MCT. The first style was rather similar to this one, but with glazed terracotta walls. Glazed terracotta walls. They have pretty patterns on glazed terracottas. And this is third design. We decided to make a smooth quartz and then one line of the station color, which this station's color is cyan. And actually this station used to have like a high-rise design, but our administration got changed a little bit, and then the mod who was regulating all the MCT operations, that one got away, so I got the chance to revert everything back to how it used to be. And now here we are with all its glory. High-rise station. And this is defined as the third style of the MCT. And this is when the MCT started to really expand, because this is the second station along the Green Line, or as known as the Harbor Line, which is actually nowhere close to the main harbor, but it's fine. And I don't know why, but everything rhymes. This station has 3 exits. That was exit, I haven't seen. I think it's A, right? It should be A. Yes, that's exit A. Actually, we're supposed to have like tickets here, and then we have we used to have a station map here. It's just that train got updated so quickly that all the plugins got removed, and all the station map things have to be taken down. And also the map feature is a bit rigged over here. But exit C is this way, and just to prove that there used to be a lake and it got 2 terrain modified, we actually had this window looking out into the underground lake. And this is the exit C. This is an empty pot. It is named after the central court. And this is the central court. Not built by me, obviously. Also, this is the lakeside offices. Not built by me. This is the library, public library. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have that. I keep on forgetting that fall has you doing that. This is the public library. It's one of the newer buildings after our 4th government. This is one of the newer buildings, and it actually is it's actually a pretty nice place. But like, look at this. This kind of design is actually firstly done by me, because this amazing structure here that's still in the works, the top floor is in the works, all the other floors are mostly done. It's just that no shop has entered yet. This is known as the Lakeside because it's a connectivity project. Because before this, there used to be this entrance sticking out from the mountains, and I just like, that looks bad. I need to do something. This plot of land, these 2 plots of land, and that plot of land, hey, we could build a bridge over it. We could make it like a beautiful lakeside. And that's why we have it all like redesigned, and I was the lead architect. I am still the lead architect in the Lakeside shopping mall. That was the first phase, because I was still continuing to develop the Lakeside. My nose is so runny today, oh my gosh. This is the Lakeside Lodge, which is the 2nd phase of the Lakeside, because I was like, hey, this building is so empty. Before this used to be just completely empty, you know. I had to completely transform it. It's so empty that I was like, hey, let's make it a lodge. And because at that time I was actually pretty inspired by hotels, because I went to England by the time when I built this. I was there and I was in all the travel lodges. They looked almost all the same in London as well as in Lancaster, and this is not an ad for them, but they make a pretty decent room service. It's just that I'm saying that British lodges can be pretty generic. British towns can be pretty cold, and you would most likely get a runny nose if you don't have your umbrella in these kind of rainy days. Especially in British towns, because British towns are very cold and very, very rainy. Cold rain is not the best thing. And you most likely get a runny nose after that. Hopefully I don't get sick, please don't. It's the bad time, it's the worst time to get sick these days. But this, all that there is, I use the design base of light blue and white. And some people may even argue those like Hilton hotels. I'm not going to go on further arguments. And also I have to personally excavate this staircase. It used to be completely nothing. This used to be nothing. But now there's something here. And the lodge actually spans over all this area, across the roof, until we reach down here, where the second part of the lodge starts at the second end of the mall. And it's actually a bit fully furnished, not too furnished, but like generically furnished. Just that I don't know what to put in a bathroom. I'm not the best designer. I'm like a civil engineer designer, but not like interior designers. That really leaves it to the experts, you know. This is a pool. It's amazing. And so now, that's pretty much all about the Lakeside. It's one of the ongoing projects that I'm still working, and it's going to take a pretty long time. I haven't been much active on the server ever since I picked up my animation and art suites. You guys seen my uploads all the past weeks. It takes a lot of time, and I can tell you, this is getting severely delayed, but I'm hoping that I will have the energy to continue building all this, because this takes an insane amount of time, and it really needs a lot of attention. Yes, I did this before art and animation. I'm still doing this, it's just at a reduced rate. And just to tell, I hate it when the music just abruptly stops when I enter water. But technically, I re-excavated this entire river. It used to be completely covered, and it's just like real bad. And I was like, we should just dig it up. Shut up, creepy noise. We should just dig it up, and then we should have it all running around, and make it a beautiful small river. And then everything got world edited into this, so I'm like, okay, I'm not the one making decisions here, so sad noises. But that's pretty much it for Lakeside. Let's dive back into the metro and get a ride on to our next station. And look at these. These are actually copied from the MCR's design. We have these kind of customer service kiosks in our own metro. Our metro is actually pretty good, but it's just got into some recent political situations that nobody's really taking it because everyone's like hating it. Can't blame it. Politics and everything. But yeah, this is the platform of Lakeside, and let's take the metro. To Central. So this is the like the smallest, the narrowest platform we ever had in the entire route, because no two-sided platform has such a width. Apparently, because we have to conserve space, and the other side, just across this wall, it is another line. There is another line's metro over there. And beneath these all, there's actually an intercity railway running underneath us. So it's like super space conservant, and also it's just like Hong Kong Central. We have exits on the two ends of the staircases, which is also quite a similar design in most crowded cities, such as Tokyo, or even just to say Beijing or something. I haven't exactly been in the Beijing metro, unfortunately. CCP is still bad, so don't trust them. But this is Central. You may think it's a generic structure. Just wait till you see. If you go up. As you can see, this is built in the third MCT style. The third MCT style is once again smooth course and one line of the color. Central is obviously red, because Hong Kong Central is red, and that's why Central is red. I'm from Hong Kong, so please don't judge me. There are a lot of exits in this station. Exit A goes to this section of Central, which is a bit far off, and most likely close to Central Park. Oh my gosh. And as you can quite see here, it's the MCT Intercity, because this station exit is also a second design. This is actually the norm of all metro stations. It's just that high-rise we use quartz pillars, but every other station across the network, even the ones that I have built and I just marked their locations, they're using this kind of structure. This is the first generation of station exits in the second generation of MCT style. Exit B is reserved for the office building above us. And this is the Grand Concourse. There's only exits A and B for the metro section, because the rest is actually labeled by their locations. This is exit C for Central. This is the Central Concourse. The Central Concourse is a very majestic design that we actually have done. Me and one of my Australian friends actually built this. I was the one who was designing all the maps, and he was the one who built the central structure. It's actually pretty easy with word edits, and I still don't know how, unfortunately. But this is a generic design, is iron blocks going all the way up the all four sides. Actually looks pretty good. if you go out there and like, you know, take a look. It's a pretty nice sphere. And it's pretty beautiful. There's exit C1, exit C2, and C3 on the side. And this is actually one of the station indicators. We plan to have something going on here. This would be like Central Station, Intercity Railways, and then platforms 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Because we actually plan to have 6 platforms. Only one of them is built, unfortunately. Because we have a lot of obstructions. And we have to go through lots of redesigns. And in the future, when the MCT, when the city services more than just MCT with intercity railways, then we are going to completely finish platforms 7 and 8, and then this way down for platforms 9 and 10. This way actually has a station map, but I think it's going to be moved somewhere around. And then this way through to platforms 5 and 6. So where would you get the gate lines? I think we're going to copy Euston on this. We're going to copy like Euston Station or Liverpool Street and have the gate lines down in the middle, like here, a small laid out area. Because actually this way is platform 8. But this gate line is built first. Of course we can have further additional space, just copying like this here. And we're just going to have it like open separated. This is platform 7. And that's pretty much it. These will indicate which trains are coming, and we actually plan to have the intercity railway going all the way out from here. It's supposed to go north, but nobody cares. This actually goes a long way down. If you ever looked up at the maps, or I don't know if Dynamap works now. But this goes all the way to another airport, which is a transport flaw, because if you're having airports, then why are you supposed to build a train out to another airport? When you're actually having another city around the airport. And unfortunately, this place has a city demand so small that we still haven't even managed to fill up this city yet. So at that time, it was my Australian friend. I was telling him, no, we shouldn't do so many external projects. We should focus back on this city, making it grow, and then, according to usual transport laws, we should just make it extend when it needs to. And this is MetoCities railway station, or else known as Central. That is the northern no, that's south. That's the southern concourse, and here's the northern concourse. And when we were editing around to make way for the station, we found this emerald ore. This is a legit emerald ore. It was found like way back last summer when I first built this section of the intercity. It's true. I am not joking. This is a squarish design. That's an indicator as usual. This is an underground small concourse because it links back up to the interchange out there to the southern. This links all the way through to the central underground shopping street. We're just a few blocks down. 3 blocks up and you're already at the street surface. This is actually copied and also inspired from underground streets in Asia. You know, they usually love to do that sort of stuff. It's just this shallow. And then this one goes all the way through to this pedestrian subway that actually got blocked off because we have like a highway going through to high rise that way. This is actually a pedestrian project that collected this side of Central through to River, and we're out in this section of the street. And this is the River Park. But let's pop back into the metro, and we're going to the next station on the Green Line, which is the terminus. My nose is so running. Oh my god! So let's get back into the metro right now. We actually want to have like a charging plugin so you can like get people charge their fares per journey, but it's too complex to code and we still haven't got much stuff. And yes, this is how we indicate our stations. This is the green line. You're at Central, next station is Airport. This way is the northbound. You're at Central, next station Lakeside and High Rise. We actually used to have a station called Cross Harbor, and unfortunately it's in further works. And I would later show you to the ruins of past MCT plants. But let's get to the airport. The airport is the first design. Before the MCT, there was a small tram station. But it got demolished because it's too small. And generically saying, I'm more of a metro activist. I usually go for metros instead of trams, but I'm starting to regret this now because actually metros are very high cost, and if you have like a small tram system, you can run it like some metros or trams in England. And this is just, you know, this place or the metro is not the best choice. But here we have the entire replicated map of the entire airport terminal. B gates are not open, neither are departures C, D, and E, and arrival B is also closed. Exit A. I think it's a bit wrong. This is exit A. Exit A should point the other way. Yeah, I think it's wrong. We had it completely wrong. This entire exit guide should be completely removed. But the airport's not opening any day soon, so sad noises. This station's design is actually pretty unique. We have this platform, and then we have this other platform over here, and then up here you have a platform where you can look out to the central concourse. And we still haven't exactly finished building the loop track, but if you go down this way, and then through back up here, this is another platform. So there's 4 platforms in this place, because it's an interchange station. And we actually had to block off them. And I will tell you guys why we had to block and we have to stop our construction progress for a while. But yeah, this one's not working. This lift is not working. Oh my gosh. And I'd like to present to all of you one of the best things, greatest projects, the first project that we ever started in the world. The transport terminal. This land used to be a slope leading up here. And we used to have like a small tram line segment going from this way down through this here, going underground. They say it's metro. And given the current situation, I mean, this design is for a grand city. But we don't even have a city. We're just like a small village. And I'm starting to regret that we didn't. I went with the metro instead of going with the tram. But it gave way to this amazing architecture that is the first architectural project that I built in the server. I did a lot of architecture, including obviously the lakeside, but this one's like grandeur. This is the first thing that I've ever done in the server. And building all of this it took a long time, and actually it's not even complete. If you can see here, it's still a hollow structure on the side. The rest of the stuff is not even finished, and the ground isn't even well edited back to the green. This side, this wing hasn't finished, and there's supposed to be shops and restaurants up there, but I have no idea how am I supposed to even put them. because we were just so distracted and everyone's so tired of the project. It's been like this. I've been in this place for a year. This is my starting point. I can tell you, a whole year can get you through a lot of things, and it can really exhaust you if nobody's like around. And I even changed to animation and art instead of doing all this, but I'm still in love with this place. It's one of my best works ever in architecture, and I'm saying this is actually legit the first corridor that I ever built. Now, I didn't know that much about world edits back in those days, and I had to completely, like, block by block, I have to like click, 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 and then build this tunnel, and I can tell it takes a lot of time. Fortunately, there are better world edits, and I can get things done faster now. But this is the first corridor, and I do remember those days. This used to be a ravine, actually. We just had it all transformed. And so, it's pretty emotional, the music. This is the Terminal A of the airport, which I actually personally have to add all these signs. They actually imported this structure, and I have to like change it myself. And it's like something that they too bothered to do. And I have to like add all the signs myself and set all the structures here myself and everything. I do remember it took me a lot of time and a lot of summers. And I was doing this. I was just doing this. I was doing this all day last summer. I used to do that for the entire day. Now I'm more of like, let's just come in, play around, and see if there's anything new. This is the section that's supposed to be open for general aviation flights, and in the future, when we finally have better city simulations, we may as well run some big flights here. But this is not where the majority of the flights will be. The majority of the flights will go down here to our APM. And it will go all the way through. We haven't finished building this section of the tunnel yet. It will go all the way through. This is actually the first step of building a tunnel. In Minecraft, if you want to build a tunnel to an exact position according to the map, you will have to like remember the coordinates, and then you have to build a single line, and then you do world edit to make it look pretty. And we did all the way through. We dug through a lot of things. This is actually a world edit glitch. There used to be a village here, as you can see. And it's all gone. And it goes all the way back through here. And this is the platform for where the APM trains will arrive. They'll go through this used to be immigration hall. Up here. To this brand new refurbished ceiling. And then up to departures. And this is departures hall. This used to be closed. There used to be black wool surrounding this entire service. I had to work to edit all of them out, and this became the arrivals hall ever since. There's still work to be done here. But like, this is the majority. This is actually a brand new terminal that they imported. It actually looks like Dubai International Airport. I've been to a lot of international airports. The most impressive ones are definitely Dubai, Istanbul, and that's pretty much it because they're big airports. Other than that, all the other airports are just small. They aren't international hubs, I must admit. And this is pretty much mostly unedited. I still haven't gotten them edited yet. So that's pretty much what we're doing right here, and we're actually trying to get even more things happening. But it's going to take time. It's all going to take time. Airports are not that easy to build, I can tell you, and it's going to take forever. But things are going to happen, and this arrivals floor is going to be finished one day. Actually, this design is something new, because usually you won't have big open spaces coming down to the arrivals floor, especially in Hong Kong, because they're most likely be enclosed structures. but we're having everything here. We're having the best time, and I'm actually vetoing for this kind of design, where you can enjoy all the lights, all the big open spaces that you want, with just a pretty spacey and glassy arrival store, instead of like the closed crowded space you usually get on arrivals. The arrivals will come through here, through this used to be immigration hall. I don't know what they're going on. And this is the last remaining this is the first tunnel we ever built, and it still exists. As you can quite see, it's gone through quite a lot of places. It's not exactly underground. We try to make it too, because in around this segment it goes above the cars, which actually there's a highway above us and a carway under us. I built, again, a long time. This is around built in February or March or December-ish, or maybe August. That was the time when I devoted a lot in the public transport planning of the roads. And then we have it going underground, because this way's out to the ground again. Goes underground, goes all the way through, goes back up, and right back into our arrival spot. Which this actually won't be open when the airport first opens, because we don't have any 8 PM trains running to the other terminal when this will open. And this goes all the way here, where you go through immigration. Not exactly, it's like customs, go through green lane. This is the exit. And here you can get back out to the ground for your taxi, or through this bridge here to the transport terminal, down to buses and the metro. But there's one other thing. Besides all these glorious things that I have to like build through, which you can see I actually have to personally design all the ramps down here. Besides all these amazing things, this is just a small part of the big city. There is also, here, Rivera, the last of the operating stations. This is Rivera Station, the last operating station before the MCT received its second cut down ever. Rivera has a brand new and bolder design. We decided, this is actually another platform right here, it's just as close, we have to block it down, because we never got the way through. Because Rivera, this is the city line, the second metro line. It runs from Central all the way through Rivera as a mid-stop, and it's supposed to go all the way on, ending in the middle of this mysterious mineshaft, which we decided to further elaborate as the next thing to happen, here at Bay South. And Bay South Station will be an interchange station between two lines, with 4 exits here, here, and here. These are the 4 exits that will come to this station. We're also planning to include the element of mineshaft into the station, which will come as we finish this station. Why did we receive such a cut down in the metro? Because our third government administrator told us that we're spending too much money on the metro. There is no actual passenger demand, and he suggested us to like cut down on the projects. So we had to like abruptly stop the city lines construction, making it 2 lines out of 3 of the city's metro system, the MCT. This is a hospital, not built by me, an imported structure that they remodified. And there's supposed to be a hospital station here, but we never ever got to mark that because of the cut. We never actually got to even build the tunnels of the Bayside line, which is the red line that will run all the way through here. This is one of the boardwalks that I built. Goes all the way through up north, further north. In its plans, we haven't been through the city's north expansion, so it terminates here at the mall. And here we are going to have a brand new style, which I will call the third style stations, where the station entrance will be colored again with simple smooth course, but also with the station color itself. We actually are going to have station concourse around here, and we're just doing that pretty soon. This is the mall. They are actually building it now, finally. This is one of the larger entrances to the station. And out here, this is what the third style is going to look like. It's not going to look a lot different from the second, but we're trying to make it unique. We're trying to make every style unique through our different style of engineering, as well as architecture. I'm still the lead architect for the metro, but it's going to change, and in the future it's not going to terminate here. It's going to go north along this boardwalk, which I built for a long time. All the way through here, which I call North Point because it's north. And the boardwalk is going to terminate here, which is named as I haven't seen the sign. This is actually named as the Harbor Boardwalk, and this is the great harbor of MetoCities. This place called MetoCities. I haven't introduced the name all the way through till now. Oh my gosh. And this is pretty much all about the city. We've done a lot of things in here. It's not the most, because definitely no one's playing, because we didn't have much promotion. Our promo was a bit bad, and the server kept on crashing, going through multiple governments that are not the most effective in building or allowing new plans to go on, and our city projects were cut short of a bit. But I can show you further plans, which I will key on the screen right now as I get to the site of the ruins. We actually have several cross-harbor railway tunnels left that will be reused, and I am planning to have them run to another city. That brand new city, we are going to call that I forgot the name. Oh my gosh. We may as well just call it like Westdale or something. This is the highway that never ever finished or got completed. This is signaling lights. I hate the flight paths. And before we built the tunnels, we actually marked all the metros, like here, like this, with stained glass, so we can actually know which they're going to go, which way they're going to go on ground. And this, oh my gosh, no. Goes all the way through to our brand new tunnels. This way is through to Cross Harbor, and we're planning to run this This goes all the way through to West Harbor. Ah yes, it's called West Harbor now. There's a brand new harbor if you go all the way through there, which will take some time. Which we also built some brand new metro tracks, initially for the Green Line, but eventually we decided that it's not going to go through because of the cut that we received back in late 2019, and we just had the project held up. But now we're going to have it run through with brand new track alignment, which will incorporate with the future needs of West Harbor. And if you go all the way through here, which will take a long time, which means you need to cut to the part, you go all the way through to here. And this is going to be our brand new intercity railway station. We are changing the plans. This exists before I even came to be the transport minister. This existed a long time ago, and I think we're going to have to rebuild this entire thing with brand new platforms, and I've already got in the plan. And right here is the Grand Concourse. This is way through to the exits, and this is ironically coined as the metro. I would most likely call this the intercity railway instead. Why would such a station be built here in the middle of almost nowhere? It's because there's this village here, but we're planning to make this place West Harbor, where brand new. Yes, go to sleep. Oh my gosh, just go to sleep. This is so bad. What? Why does it say it there? This is going to be a brand new city, or town at least, which will be known as West Harbor. And as you can see from up here, there are two tunnels. This one's not exactly built yet, because this one's through to the metro tunnels. It's unused, obviously, because we're never going to use it until we finally have the money, as well as have everything, to have it built through to West Harbor, as well as the usage of the city server, obviously. But I have no idea. They're going to do that anytime. So that's pretty much all about MetoCities and the amazing transport as well as architectural structures that I did. This is what I used to do before I did art and animations. So if you're watching because you're my artist or animator friends, then I'd like to introduce you guys to this. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to work even more in transport, because I hope to study engineering in the future, as well as all these kind of studies about transport. So I would most likely believe that having this server going around, I know it's never going to be completely open, because we have server problems, as well as we are so poor that the server actually crashes. But I can assure all of you that when it's completed, it may as well be a map, and I can ask my Australian friends to export this as a map for you guys to play. I also played under better city maps, like Bluetopia or New IO, but I can tell you, this map is unique, because I worked the whole year in this game. I enjoy working in map projects like these, not multi-animated projects. I mean, I also enjoy working in multi-animated projects. They're also known as maps because they're the initials for multi-animated projects. But I can tell you that Minecraft maps, city maps like these, I also enjoy working in these kind of stuff. I love cities, and I love building cityscapes. and I actually do a lot of kind of these stuff. I used to do rally planning, and I actually did a rally diagram like 2 nights ago. Drew all the way from 12 AM to 1:30, and I'm pretty happy with that because it's my passion. Even before I did art and production and everything else. So I hope that this thing will get to go on in the future. For the time being, this is going to be everything that I can do while I study in England or in Hong Kong or facing the extremely tyrannic government. But other than that, that's all for me. And this is actually not built by me. That's all for the Minecraft City server. And I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. And that's been pretty much all about this episode. Okay, maybe it's been over 20 minutes. Because Minecraft is a thing that you wouldn't just go around for 10 minutes, you know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm going to see you guys next time. I'm so sorry that I got myself a little bit nose runny because I forgot to bring my umbrella. But I'm sure it'll pass. And I'm going to see you guys next week. But that's all for now, guys. Take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and I have an eye appointment in 45 minutes. And that's all. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.